What kind of beer do you drink, Dave?
I don't drink beer. Beer's terrible.
Why? Why does it transition you anywhere?
It's awful. I don't like beer. If I were to drink beer, I wouldn't drink this beer. This is the apology from Bud Light. In case you've been, I don't know, in a FEMA camp, Bud Light put Dylan Mulvaney on the can. I don't know if it's a promotional thing. I don't know if they just sent it to Dylan Mulvaney. I don't know if it was sold. I don't really, frankly, care all that much. I know it's been a big thing. It's been blown out of proportion. I get it. I get it either way. I don't know if I was an average American drinking beer, Bud Lights, spending all my, if I'm a NASCAR watcher and I drink my Bud Lights, I'm not going to support it. This is terrible marketing. It was a dumb move on their part, and this is what the CEO has to say about it. I'm going to read his whole statement. I think the statement is interesting. It says a lot. And apparently, before we get into his statement, apparently the CEO of Bud Light, somebody can fact check this if they want, was an ex-CIA individual.
Surely, David, we would have measures in place to prevent this from being possible.
And I'm supposed to believe things like MK Ultra is a conspiracy, right?
Or Project Mockingbird.
How is ex-CIA taking over a beer company and then making it woke? Not trying to control narratives. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist trying. But here's the statement. I think the statement's interesting. As the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. This is him trying to justify what they did. We're honored to be part of the fabric of this country. This is him trying to come back. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of...
Leveraging your income.
That's correct. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and a proud history supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. Again, this is him trying to crawl back. Please don't make us lose $6 billion in stocks. I don't want to lose my job. We employ a lot of people. We've always been big fans of the sport fans and the military communities, right? This is what he's trying to do.
It's the favorite of Bill's Mafia.
I think this is the closest he comes to saying, I'm sorry for being a dumbass. We never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer. Don't tell me you're not in the business of dividing people. He knew exactly what was going to happen. If he doesn't, he's in the wrong role. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and values upon which America was founded. Freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focusing on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands and partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. B.R. Whitworth, CEO of Anheuser-Busch, former CIA operative.
David,
yeah.
If he truly cared, if the company truly cared about beer, they would have never got into a social issue. If it was only about selling the highest quality beverage for a reasonable, if not the lowest price, or like somewhere that you could mark it up because of the quality, whatever reason, right? The reason you buy something is because you like it. The thing is you're supposed to make a product that I like so much that I buy over all of the other products that are almost identical, even down to the recipe. There's like Bud Light and Coors Light got to be almost the same thing.
Are you insinuating you should take no sides and play no politics, Ryan? And just make good products and sell it to people?
Yeah, I know it's a revolutionary idea, but why would I willingly limit my consumer base and or the product that I could sell to all these people? Why wouldn't I want to cast the largest net possible? And this is actually probably why they have always said you're not supposed to talk politics and religion. And then when a company talks politics or bashes religion, they have a fallout and we see these things. And then we have to, that guy, keep in mind, he just told you how many people he's going to have to lay off to cover their bad decision.
I think it's a threat. That's how I.
Well, what else? What else am I supposed? Oh, we employ. We're $100 billion company, but we employ like a lot of people.
I don't think he's a stupid man. My take on that was that's a threat. We've lost $6 billion because of you people are transphobes, And we have 18,000 people and an additional 47,000 that work at independent, and we're going to lose a lot of people now. And it's your fault. That's how I took it. I don't know if that's how he intended it, but that's how I read it.
Oh my God. Dave, that's a good marketing ploy. Could you imagine when woke companies that start going broke start blaming Republicans?
I think,
it's I'm sure
it's coming. I think we're getting close. I mean, that's very close. That's getting there. It's not. He didn't come right out and say it, but I think that's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if this guy really said what he said he did, I'm not saying he's lying, YouTube, but I'm insinuating it. But like, if he's driving around all across the country and talking to people, I assure you, not most of them was like, you know what you really need on your Bud Light can?
A very ugly man dressed as a woman.
I mean,
ooh, that's gonna get
for Christ's sake.
Are we in? Was that bad to say? I forgot we're on YouTube again.
I don't care. There's alternatives. I don't have to worry about these people because the open marketplace provides.
That's fair. Follow us on Rumble.
But the point still remains. Look, it's not like this. We said this during the whole social media thing, David. I think you actually were like the crusade of this, the first person that I really seen talking about this. Willingly eliminating your consumer base based on a particular idea. Why would you do such things if there wasn't some heavy incentive?
Correct.
Why would you go all in if you weren't all in? These are businesses that employ 18,000 million billion people. We have pharmacies and we have all these things all across. This guy let like all of their wealth that you gave them. They're bragging how much shit they got and how many strings they have over your head. This what Tate would call the Matrix. That's what he kind of laid out. And yeah, you guys make a bad decision and then we're going to have to bail you out, or people are going to lose their jobs and then you'll blame their neighbor for how they voted. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a little crazy.
And not to mention what's really crazy, David, is we're in the middle of World War III and we're worried about what's getting printed on camp.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Be ready for that. As of right now, though, I did want to note, too, something we haven't talked about yet, but obviously we're clearly sponsored from Mr. Beast. And
great cookies.
Excellent cookies. Even better chocolate. Apparently, Chris, from a lot of the Beast videos, he does like the Beast Reacts and all that. Apparently, how are you supposed to, when they haven't fully transitioned yet? Is it still he? They? Does it become they until it's she? Chris is transgendering into a different thing. Azure. And people are doing videos about it. Mr. Beast, he's not having it. He got quite angry on the internet, Brian. He had a tweet that basically said, "I'm sick of these transphobes," which I don't know. Maybe people don't want their children watching people transitioning. You know what?
That's what's crazy is like you're shaming adults when we're like, let's protect the kids.
Right. Right. If the average listen, if the average person age of somebody who watched a Mr. Beast React video was 45, I wouldn't give a shit.
And like this whole idea that like, oh, we're exposing the kids so that it doesn't come off as weird. How about like when your parents are in public with you, they can tell you, or you just forget about it because you're a kid and not even going to remember to begin with. But when we highlight things and make it this impactful thing, why do you think the rainbow flag is all over girls' clothes, but it's also the same flag? Is that by ironic unicorns and rainbows, Daddy? I'm serious. It's marketing. They marketed this. They packaged it. The amount of Gen Zers that identifies LGBTQ is like 1 in 4 or something, when it's never been like this before.
Which is really interesting because it used to be a no-no to say that gay people, for example, were conditioned or could change, or it was a choice, right? It was always like, well, it was biological, right? Biological, and it was part of who you were when you were born. You were just born gay, and that's how you were, and there's nothing you can do about it.
How's it even get passed on if it's biological?
But now we're seeing with Gen Z and the culture that's been created on purpose, for the record, with the statistic that very obviously social conditioning it must clearly be a choice. It can't be biological, and don't even talk about biology because if you talk about biology, you're a transphobe.
Yeah, if they can normalize it by putting it on everything. Lego is doing it. Lego. Nike. That dude is partnering with Nike next. So everything I wear is now a social statement for 18-year-olds. That's what, dude, think about that. All the brands you wear are going to be associated with your voting pattern.
Well, if you want to make a better social statement, we can make some of these up. You really piss people off. Put this on the Bud Light can.
I'm gonna get a trophy.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is just, to say that it's social conditioning, I think is putting it lightly. Once again, it's supposed to be about the children, and we damn well know that the people you marketed to are children. Like, you're trying to separate my income through my child. I'm not an idiot, but the point still remains. This is on purpose. It's design, and tell me they're not pushing an agenda. If this was anything else, if this was an NRA advertisement, you'd be labeled as right-wing propaganda.
Yeah, what if they put an AR-15 on the can?
You can't wear those shirts in school, David, but I can have the freaking LGBTQ flag. It's crazy.
Wow.
We're in Looneyville, and that's why you listen to Dave Ryan, Cyber 1773, Monday through Friday, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook at 7 p.m. Dave and I will be there, hopefully. Ban pending. And yeah, as always, David, thank you for your time. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, everyone. Please, Rumble, I'm telling you, YouTube ain't going to be much longer.
It's coming. It's coming.
Today we talked about the Civil War. Tomorrow we're going to talk about World War III. We've been dead on about World War III for a while now.
100%.
Thanks, everyone.
Later, David. Thank you.